bad had no. Niggas better not have no boogers in their nose or no fucking no broccoli on their teeth. Cause that shit will come up. And I ain't gonna not use the video. Nigga. This shit gotta get addressed, my nigga. Did you rap, my nigga?
No. I did my homework on you, nigga. You a street nigga, you put your work in. If a nigga say he been locked up or a nigga say he shot a nigga, that's all negativity.
I'm redirecting the traffic. Fuck you. Respect.
Whoa, what do you mean?
No. What's up? Yes, you may. Yes, thank you. You're welcome. Now stay away from the truck for a while.
Thank you, Coach Chris.
It's about to get real adult like in this motherfucker. Pause. Alright. Yo, I'm really pissed. I lost my phone. I think it's safe though, cause nobody. Nah, this nigga keep calling the shit. The nigga keep calling the shit.
Yo, put that fucking roach out, my nigga. Turn the camera on.
I'm smoking my shit.
This is crazy, man. He's twirling this shit.
I paid for it. I paid for it.
Oh my god, this guy, man. Like, come on.
I paid for it. I'm smoking it. I'll fuck you up, nigga.
Come on, let's go, man.
Bitch, the prices is tacky anyway. Nah.
Yeah, that was
Alright.
bougie shit.
Nah, that was mad.
Put this
bougie.
up. You leave that there?
Alright, good shit.
When you gonna get this fixed then?
Chill, nigga. Chill, nigga. The camera's on.
Is it?
Hell yeah.
Serious?
Yeah, dead ass.
And you got that little ass roach in your hand?
I don't give a fuck, nigga. I paid for it. I'm smoking it.
Yo.
So we coming off this. We had a great interview with Scram Jones, man. Peace to Scram Jones.
Yo, yeah.
Very, very credible producer. Got extensive history, man, with some real heavyweights.
Stop stepping on the lights, book.
Yo, listen, he's gonna blow smoke in my face. This is crazy.
I just blew smoke in your face.
Yeah,
Pardon
man.
Me. Pardon? My bad.
So let's get back to the.
Yeah, nigga.
All right, so yeah, we come off a great interview with Scram Jones. Very sought after, highly credible producer. I mean, he got the who's under his belt. He just, Uncle Murder, Jadakiss, Banks. I believe he did some stuff for Fat Joe too. Produced some tracks for Fat Joe.
I don't even want to date that shit, right? I don't even want to date that shit.
Don't date it like that?
No. Yo, alright, check this out. We're gonna start right from the gate, right? Again from the gate, right? Fuck these cameras. Alright? Fuck the cameras, they don't exist. This conversation is just us. You know what I'm saying? They get to witness us just kicking it. We're not talking to them. You know what I'm saying? And let flow conversation kicking it. You know what I'm saying? And then the viewer just gets to see it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You with it?
Gotta go.
You with it? Alright.
This nigga still got his fingers on fire.
Yo. Fingers on fire. Alright, check it out.
He's not man on fire. His fingers on fire.
Man's not hot.
Man's not. He's not hot.
I'm high though.
Yeah, I bet you are.
Alright. Drink my box wine. I ain't gonna show the logo though.
I've never seen a nigga drink box wine.
They ain't paying me money.
I swear I never seen a dude from the street drink box wine. What the fuck is this shit?
Being around enough bitches now?
This shit look like the coconut water.
Exactly. The same type of bitches that drink coconut water.
Okay. You know so this is the type of this is you soliciting other women.
Nah.
Oh, okay.
Nah.
I said other women. Excuse me.
This was a gift.
All right. The gift that keeps on giving.
A $4.99 gift.
Let me taste this shit because I ain't really never had a $4.99 gift.
Don't show the logo because they ain't paying us no money.
You right.
Don't show the logo, they ain't paying us.
No, that's right.
Drive-by wine.
Hey, I know you know, they got Suge.
Yeah, they gave Suge. They gave Suge 28 years.
Sentenced him already?
Yeah, nigga, 28
Yeah,
years.
that's crazy.
28.
What actually happened with that whole situation though?
That I think it's the car shit. The car shit.
And
The nigga ran the
Oh,
nigga
ran him
over.
over,
at the set,
Nigga
at the
ran
movie
him
set.
over. Yeah, that nigga ran it. Nah, I think that shit was at a. I'm not sure.
I think it was the NWA movie set. I believe it was. I believe it was the NWA movie set. I didn't really like. I know. Like for a while, I was it was like out there, and I was like kind of following it for a second, and then it kind of like I kind of fell off with it. But yeah, that's what I believe it's from.
I know. From what they said, his defense was, right, and what it shows, there's enough to get some play in that, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think allegedly.
What do you mean when you say?
I think allegedly they know that the dude was going at him. You know what I'm saying? Like the dude had smoke with him, right? And his thing was on some like stand my ground shit. I was scared and I was just trying to get out of there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I accidentally ran him.
Unfortunately, yeah, somebody got
exactly, you know
killed.
what I'm saying?
I mean, what you supposed to do? Somebody backs out on you or whatever the situation is, and you trying to get the fuck away. You run the person over.
Like legally, shit's always about like the law, the language of the law, the spirit of the law. It's like, do you fit the language? Can you describe what you did in the language of the laws for protection? Yeah. And if not, know what I'm saying?
You the aggressor.
Yeah, like there's like, do you fit that language of the law? That's why there's like certain, they stick to a script when they have violence.
I know. I had a situation at one time. You remember this a few years back? Which one? In the city, I had a situation in the city.
Changing gang.
Yeah, in the city, and you know, the situation basically, I was defending myself. Somebody got cut. I was defending myself.
What happened?
And when
Half don't know.
Okay, I was in the city. I was in the city one time, and I'm coming out the Time Cafe. Actually, I ran into DMX that night too. I'm coming out of the Time Cafe. It was like on 49th and Broadway or something like that. Little hotel lounge. You know, people used to go through there crazy back then. But I'm coming out the lounge, and there's a female, and you know, she gave me a little rhythm or whatever, and I guess the dude was like trailing her. He was hating or whatever, and she was on me. You know what I'm saying? She was on me, and she was on the guard. She was feeling my aura, and he got tight. He was coming out his face talking crazy, and for the most part, my man had just got.
Oh, that was the one right outside the label.
Yeah, nah, this wasn't out the label. This was like right in Midtown. My man had just got some type of situation at the time with Sean John.
It was Moose.
It was Moose. Yeah. So Moose called me out to celebrate, so we went to the Time Cafe. Anyway, long story longer. The dude runs up behind me with he breaks a Heineken bottle and tries to come behind me with the Heineken bottle. I had a little light hawk on me, and whatever things went down, and you know what I'm saying, whatever, I got up out of there.
And he had to get low.
So yeah, so whatever. So it's crazy. So my thing was, you know, I had to go in or whatever, and I said, well, you know, I should be good with this because it's self-defense. And at the time, my lawyer's like, ain't no self-defense in the state of New York.
Yo, the ill thing about it though,
But wait, my thing was, what was I supposed to do when this dude is coming behind me with a broken bottle? You know what I'm saying? And which relates to what you, huh?
Live.
Yeah, but
by all means.
But by law, it's like I was supposed to run and get help.
No, live.
This nigga, wait a minute.
No, listen. You're supposed to. The law said the law protects you if you go through a certain checklist of prevention. I'm talking about just legally, right? Now, do people listen?
Listening.
Do people do this and then fight and then like stand on it, right? Basically, you're supposed to like go to de-escalate. And you know what I'm saying? And then after certain measures of de-escalation, if it gets to the point where you quote unquote fear for your life, and you let that be known that you fear for your life, and if you don't stop, then you're gonna be forced to use deadly force, right? And then you do it, right? Then you stick to that script and don't break that script. then depending on the laws of that your state, legally you're supposed to.
Okay, this is what I'm saying.
Now,
I
as
get
a
it.
black man, is that?
I get it. I'm talking. I get
you?
it, but I'm talking about in reference to like the whole Suge situation. I'll get it in reference to that.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I think
How am I
been enough.
That's
That should've been
crazy.
enough
Like, what
for
are you
him
supposed to do? My lawyer said I was supposed to. He said by law you were supposed to run and get help. So I'm supposed to run and get help.
Hold on. No. His lawyer
jigging
really
me.
said that. His lawyer said
My
that.
lawyer said it.
Your lawyer said that.
Yeah. Well, he said according to the law. He said I was.
California state law says that you're supposed.
I'm talking about me in New York. What happened with me in relation to that? In relation to the law saying, you know, it's a lot of
That's what
gray.
they told you then. They told
Yes, that's what they told me. And I'm like, how am I supposed to go run and get help? And I got this fucking dude jigging me in my back
Or even chasing you down.
with a fucking with a broken Heineken bottle
That's
like
crazy.
this.
You let nobody chase you down.
Yeah,
That's
like
crazy.
come on, it's
Yeah,
crazy. It's crazy. But again, in relation
that,
to Suge
man.
Knight's situation, I mean, that's a lot of time. I mean, unfortunately, somebody got killed, somebody died or whatever, but that's a lot of time, you know, for somebody who was, you know, who had his life in threat.
Is it safe to say it's the end of an era? Like,
I mean, we was going over that before too, like in terms of like how
is that official? That makes it. I think that makes.
I'm mad Suge Knight is not in the game. Like a lot of people are happy because they were scared to death of Suge Knight. But to me, like I come from an era where you got checked for certain things.
I always viewed you as.
Don't say it. You got checked for certain things.
Right,
you got checked
I
for
won't
certain
go there.
things, and now we kind of live in a time where it's like, you know, anybody can just.
You
do
don't feel
anything.
me though.
Of course.
You don't know
Like
what I'm
a
saying.
massage
As far
parlor.
why? I'm saying why. You don't feel
I
me.
just know it's hot in here. Can you turn the AC on, man? What the fuck you
I
got?
figured there.
You know what I'm saying? You got it on low.
I don't
Turn
want
that shit.
because I don't want to put too much because I don't want the sound to pick up.
All right, yeah.
So suffer for entertainment. The fuck, nigga.
It's hot. Give me some of that wine, man. But I'm saying, like, the man is, that's a lot of time, man. And I think prior to this situation, it was the end of an era because if you look, man, I mean, the man went from generating over $750 million.
What year he started? What year he started?
What year he started? I believe he started like initially. His initial spark in the game was like in the '90s when he was doing bodyguard work. He was an actual bodyguard. You know what I'm saying? And he, you know, he basically parlayed his way in the game on the business, and you know, off of the whole break with Eazy-E and Dr. Dre, and he saw the opportunity, and he took the opportunity, you know, to team up with Dre when Dre was, you know, ready to start his own thing.
What was I know? You had interaction with this nigga.
Who, with Suge?
Suge, what was that like?
My interaction with Suge was cool, man. I met Suge in Harlem one time, and you know, it was cool. Like, this was like 90s, probably like 90, 97, 98.
Y'all press each other?
Nah, for what? For what? What, the LA shit? Nah, man. Nah, shit, it was cool. I met him in Harlem. I met him on 145th. He was going shopping on 145th. It was him and some other dude. Like, I don't know who the other dude was, but I was like, oh shit, what up? He was like, yo, what's up, man? You know, we started talking. We was outside. I forgot the name of the store, man. Me and Bing used to go there all the time and get the boots and shit, and get hats and shit, but and Pele jackets out of there. But he was right there in Harlem. We talked for a good 20 minutes, you know, some real convo, and that was that, man. You know, it wasn't no friction, no smoke or nothing. You know, it was all good.
What do you think is the top three Death Row albums?
Ooh, I mean, you gotta. The top 3 Death Row albums is.
I'm gonna cheat and say 3 discs. All Eyes on Me 1, 2, and Machiavelli. Of course.
Nah, that's not the top. Doggy Style?
I'm putting Pop.
You gotta say Doggy Style. But my thing is this.
All right, so let's do 5. Matter of fact, let's see if we can rank. Let's see if we can rank the top 10. All right, what 10 are going on there? All right, all right. All Eyes on Me will be one album. Low power. Two and make it the disc.
All Eyes on Me is one album. You can't do separate discs. It's one project.
All right, that's because
they just had the 2 discs to it, though, right?
Yeah.
All right,
So
all right. One album. So, all right, number one. All right, we got. I'm just throwing names out there. We got Doggy Style, Chronic, All Eyes on Me, Machiavelli, Dog Food. Shit, what else is on there?
That's the fucking best albums right there.
I know, that's 5.
That's the best albums right there.
Matter of fact, everything is everything after those 5 kind of mediocre?
Kinda.
Hold
I
on,
mean,
don't
get me wrong. And I'm not. Hold on, wait. And I'm not. Don't get me wrong. I'm not shitting on Rage. I'm not shitting on Lady of Rage. I'm not shitting on Lady of Rage. I'm not shitting on Lady of Rage. I love Lady of Rage. I just think when that, like, her album, like, it wasn't what I expected to come out of that camp for Lady of Rage. But you got to consider this: after doing all of those albums, you kind of, you're gonna burn out a little bit. You're gonna simmer down a little bit. But I'm not excluding Lady of Rage.
I never thought about this, right? We give it up to them niggas, right, for having like the smash on music for a grip.
You have to. They took it.
I know, but I just named these 5 albums, right?
You totally all right. Listen,
hold up, hear me out. And then, what after those 5 albums was like impactful? Dog Food, Doggy Style, Chronic, All Eyes on Me, Machiavelli.
The Death Row compilations.
Dog Pound second album was underwhelming to me. The Dog Father was underwhelming to me. What else? Murder Was the Case was dope.
Man, free Suge Knight, man.
Yeah.
Free Suge Knight. Fuck that. I
I
like Suge Knight, man.
All right. First up.
I like Suge Knight.
Free Suge.
I know a lot of people are gonna come at me behind that because I like Suge Knight, man.
That's what's up. I don't know what to do.
Suge Knight brought a certain kind of order to things. You need order to shit. Because if you don't have order...
I thought we would have to go up against him.
Initially, I did too, man. I mean, but, dudes was gentlemen about situations, about it was business, and dudes handled it like gentlemen. So I have nothing but respect for that. I was ready. At that time, I was ready. And I realized why, especially doing with, like, the whole LA, coming off the whole LA, a lot of motherfuckers was scared to be involved with that record because of Suge Knight's, I guess, for lack of a better term, power that he had and the reputation he had.
Speak on it.
His reach,
Speak on it.
I mean,
they
were scared of his reach, son. I'm telling you.
I know a lot of details about
What do you know?
I want to separate, make sure I separate what I know third party from vicariously from your experience.
I mean, basically it went down like this, A lot of people I initially reached out to get on that LA record.
Yeah, hold up, bring. Well, this is what I know about it. I'm high, so I forgot my place.
Yeah, right.
This is what I know about it. I wanted to make sure that I'm separating what I know from youth and then from hip hop folklore, because it's crazy to me to actually have my life connected to real shit that is folklore to motherfuckers, right? But is that after New York, the temperature was like, yo, what's up? To what the masses had accepted as the elite from New York hip hop. Niggas was like, what's up? Rap.
I mean, yeah, it was like it was time. Right? It was time for somebody to counteract that shit. Like, I never seen New York. Well, then again, nobody never really went at New York. As on a whole, nobody ever went at New York. It was always sectional shit. Like, you had KRS-One. You had KRS-One going at Shan. You had Roxanne going at UTFO. You had LL going at Kumo D and Ice-T. You know, you had NWA. You had NWA going at Ice Cube. You had all type of beefs. You had, I mean, it's endless. They go on and on and on. But you never had a specific coast going at another coast per se. You know, and that heightened things. That heightened things in not just hip hop, but in the world. Period. Everybody looked at that and brought a lot of attention.
So you made that record out of frustration that Biggie or someone like a Jay or Nas, the top echelon or whatever that they said of New York, like the public said of New York.
I get what
I know it was supposed to go on a Bad Boy mixtape.
Yeah,
I know that, and then it just didn't.
It's funny that you say that. It's funny that you say that because I never looked at it like that until just now. Until you said that, I'm like, yeah, like there were a lot of heavyweights that didn't say nothing. And I think because
I used to be pissed, like
they didn't really want no smoke with that dude, you know. But my thing was, yo, we don't, you know, shit, we fucking hungry out here, niggas is starving. I fear hunger more than I fear this nigga. Like, I don't fear him at all, but I fear hunger and be, you know what I'm saying? We got to come up. We got to do what we got to do. So, whatever. Like, we went at it. And initially, like I said, there was a lot of dudes that I approached about it that kind of, like, you know, shied away from it. They shied away.
P took his verse off.
Prodigy, rest in peace. I approached Nas about it. I approached Fat Joe about it. I approached G-Rap about it.
He was cool about the hook stain?
Yeah.
Probably.
I mean, basically, I came to the point where I was like, yo, I'm not taking your hook off. Because I ain't gonna lie, the hook made it too. It gave it a certain kind of energy too.
Yeah, facts.
And I'm not saying the artist I just mentioned was scared.
And you kind of had to,
I know that dudes was scared.
And not shitting on Have. I love Have. I got mad love for Have. Like to make Have's verse mean something, you kind of had to hear P. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, in a sense, yeah.
For the public,
in a sense,
to be hyped to hear Have at that moment,
at that time, yeah,
they needed to hear P in some kind of way. You know what I'm saying?
At that time,
like,
but it was crazy how when it all spilled over, it's like Pac didn't go at us. He went at Nas.
Yeah.
He went at the
That's
dudes.
crazy. I thought about that shit a lot.
He went at the dudes who backed off the record. He didn't go at the dudes who actually stood with the record. Aside from Havoc, in a sense, when he went at. But he went at P more than Havoc.
Yeah.
It was just kind of weird, that whole situation, but it was kind of weird.
I never thought about all of that, like the connection with the artist that he went at with that record.
Yeah,
and how it was.
He went at everybody who didn't actually really participate on the record.
He went at everybody he thought should have been on it.
I think he went at everybody that had the most numbers and was like, yo, if I go at them, kind of like what he did with the whole Biggie thing, he knew Biggie had nothing to do with that whole situation.
You think so?
I know so, man.
You know so?
Biggie ain't had nothing to do with that.
No. I you know what I had believed? That he knew the niggas.
Of course he knew the niggas, but he didn't line that up. He didn't line that up, man.
I didn't know enough to ever.
I'm not gonna get too deep into that one.
I'm not somebody that be like.
I'm not gonna get too deep into that one, but it wasn't that type of situation, and Big didn't line that shit up, like, you know. But everybody ran with it again. Everybody ran with the whole thing. But overall, like, my interactions, I never really had an interaction with Suge in that way. I met him, talked to him. He was cool as fuck. I was shocked. I was like, yo, this nigga's alright. I like this nigga. I actually like this nigga. I was like, damn, everybody's scared to death of this nigga. Like, this nigga could have been from my hood. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't that bad. You know? But that's me, you know? That's me, you feel me?
Right.
Respectfully.
Respectfully.